It's December 29th. Back out this evening on actually one of my permission farms. I haven't hunted here and it's been quite a while. I actually haven't had cameras rolling here in a little while either because there's no food around. These deer, I haven't had many deer on camera here, and there's nothing. They planted beans this year and there's nothing left of them. But we got northwest wind tonight, and it's still real crappy out. It was raining this morning, and it's just like blah. So I figured we'd give it a shot. I don't want to go into any of my good stuff yet. We got some real cold weather coming up here. Looks like start of Wednesday. It's gonna get good. So kind of put some more cameras out today and let that stuff kind of soak. I ain't had a turkey on this piece though. Oh, there's a pot. I can see 3 for sure. Well, we got about 20 minutes left to light here. It's getting pretty dark fast though, especially under this cedar tree. We've seen 7 does and 2 little bucks. Actually a pretty productive sit as far as seeing deer, especially last night not seeing anything. I feel like if there's something in here, we might have a good chance at it just the way we've seen these deer move tonight. But if we don't, right there's a deer. Oh, it must be that little buck. If we don't see anything else tonight, we will see you guys tomorrow evening.
As the 2024 internship comes to a close, Hayden and I have grown in our videography, photography, and editing skills.
Both Isaac and myself have experienced some really cool hunts, not only behind the camera, but both him and myself were able to harvest animals this year. I shot a bear, he shot a deer, and we got to capture both Mike and Ross's successes this previous season.
If you are looking to apply for the 2025 internship, there will be a link below in the description where you can send your cover letter and resume. Applications are due by March 3rd of 2025.
Fresh pow. It is 3 o'clock on January 2nd. We just got set up in Honey Hole. Last time I was here, we had the big 8-point coming into 70 yards. And we got busted. We almost had him. Ever since that day, he's been MIA. There's a few other bucks in here that I've had on camera recently. No consistency, and pretty much the middle of the night. Last night I had the big heavy 10 at 6 a.m. So he's somewhat close. I know he lives kind of further to the north here. But man, throughout the fall there's 3-4 good bucks in here that I would shoot. And I gotta think one of them's in here with all the standing beans and the CRP. I feel like this has gotta be a destination spot. So we're giving it a shot tonight. We had a snowstorm hit us this morning. Probably got about 1 inch of snow. Covered the ground nicely. We can see quite a bit. Got a north wind tonight. Just kind of blowing it straight down this field edge. Standing beans out here to our east. I'm kind of jacked. It's fun to sit in the snow, and we don't really get that very often. But we got some good weather in front of us these next week and a half. So I'm pretty jacked up. the saloon. I need to give that a sit. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a lot of standing beans down there where they're eating right now.
You want a site that's built to last, has been proven, has a lifetime warranty, and is made right here in the USA. HHA makes sites for all archers, all skill levels, and for all users. Whether you're flinging arrows in the backyard or going on the trip of a lifetime, trust isn't built overnight. It's built by being #1 for decades. HHA.
It's January 3rd. Back in Iowa. We pretty much hunted right till the end of bow season before the shotgun season started here in Iowa. And there's no archery hunting during the first 2 shotgun seasons. But it opens back up during the late muzzleloader season, so we're back in the stand. We're hunting the river bottom. It's my first hunt down here all season. This farm's been pretty good the last several years, but for whatever reason, it's been pretty dead in here this year. We did find that one big buck. We figured it was EHD. We found him in here when we were scouting in the summer, putting cameras out. But I had a half a dozen bucks that were mature in here last year that made it through the season, and they are nowhere to be found. So I don't know what's going on. The deer activity, although it's been slow here most of the season, has started to pick up here in the past week. Been getting several deer coming out to this cut cornfield, so we figured, what the hell, we'll give it a shot. We got good weather. Temps probably in the low 20s right now. Feels like probably mid-teens, I'm guessing. But we're blowing our wind right back down this river. We're just gonna hope for the best. We've only got about a week of season left. I can hunt tonight and the next couple nights, and probably give it a few days off and then hunt right till the end. But we'll see. We'll see if Hayden's the lucky charm behind the camera tonight. Down to the last few minutes here. It's been a pretty slow night. Right, 20, 30 minutes ago we had a little buck across the river from us. He actually came right down to the river, got a drink, and then it looked like he wanted to cross, but he kept breaking through the ice. And at one point he was about halfway across, and then he decided he didn't want to keep coming, so he turned around and went back. And just before we filmed this interview here, we had a doe on the bank right across from us. I don't know if she's seen us up in the tree or what, but she blew a few times. We had no idea she was there. It's so dull Like everything is so dull right now. It's cloudy, and everything's just. She's in this grass, and damn near can't even see her. But she threw her tail in the air, and that's how we knew she was there. She blew a couple times, but we did see a couple other deer way off in the distance, like half a mile away. But we couldn't even tell what those were. Not all that surprised. Like I said, it's been pretty slow down in this piece all season. I thought it was just worth a shot with all this cut corn. Never know what's coming out on a field this big. Who knows? We might be back in here again tomorrow. Not really sure what the plan is. But if nothing happens here in the next 5 minutes, we're going to try to slip out of here and come up with a plan for tomorrow. Well, it's January 4th. My second hunt here in 2025. Hayden and I sat a different property last night down in the river bottom. Had a pretty slow sit, one small buck and a couple of does. But 4 o'clock this morning, we had a picture of a buck I call Dubs. He's at least a 6-year-old deer, could be older. Back here on the main farm, where we hunted Balboa all season. I've been getting a lot of deer on camera on this farm, just pretty much heading from the timber to the ag fields. And I don't know, I don't have a ton of hope we're gonna see Balboa, but we definitely could. I mean, all it takes is for him to take a stroll. I just got a feeling he's eating somewhere else right now. But we're gonna sit here, see what happens. We got just perfect weather. There's a big front that is coming in right now, and it's supposed to start snowing about 7 o'clock tonight. It's supposed to snow for like 24 hours straight. I don't think they really have a clue how much snow we're gonna get. They're saying anywhere from 3 to 9 inches, depending on how the storm tracks. We're right on the northern edge of the snowstorm, so we'll see. These deer are gonna move tonight. It's just whether or not they move in front of us. Ross is hunting not terribly far from us tonight, so it'd be pretty dang cool if one of us could bring a buck back to camp. They're gonna stay at the rack shack tonight, so we're gonna sit tight. I think we're gonna see some deer tonight. Hopefully we see a decent one. We got my solar panel water operation going on out here. I've been messing around trying to get this system figured out, trying to figure out how to keep open water for these deer when it gets cold. And phase 1 is not working as planned. I've got the next phase already in mind. We got solar panels hooked up on a tank that I insulated. I got a 100-gallon tank inside a 150-gallon tank. Insulated the shit out of it, but it's been getting pretty cold, and there's probably an inch of ice on the water right now. Phase 2 is gonna happen probably in the next week. We're gonna figure out how to keep this water open for these deer, which is gonna be awesome once I get it figured out. But we got that tank sitting about 20 yards from us right next to the scrape, so who knows, we'll see. Maybe Dubs will show up, maybe Balboa will show up.
We just got back to the truck. It was a pretty dang slow night until the last 5-10 minutes. Then we had Doe and two fawns come across the top, and they kind of got in pretty close to the water hole. I don't know if they could tell that it was frozen up, but they kind of bypassed it. And then we could see another body coming down the mowed trail, and it was a buck that I know really well, Popeye. He's a 5-year-old. This will be the 3rd year in a row we've had a video encounter with him. Definitely a shooter, but he busted half of his rack off probably month and a half ago. His left side, I think, is busted just past his G3, if I remember right. But cool encounter nonetheless. That was a deer that we would love to get a shot at this year if he had a full rack, but he got the pass.